After its redesign last year ushered in some much needed updates both inside and out, the Jeep Compass is back for 2023 with a new powertrain and standard all-wheel drive. So today I'm going to review it and see if those improvements have made a difference. Previously, the Compass was somewhat of a disappointment. It had a wheezy powertrain, a really low-rent, scratchy plastic interior, and now it's got the chops to fight with the Ford Bronco Sport. So what's new for 2023? Well, all models get the standard Jeep Active 4x4 system. On Trailhawk models, you get the Active 4x4 low system with a class-leading 20:1 crawl ratio. Also, Standard Select Train provides up to 4 different modes to provide the best performance in any kind of weather or road conditions. It also has some extra safety features on it, which includes a drowsy driver alert and a rear seat reminder in case you left your kid or your dog in the back seat. And then automatic headlamp control is standard on all models, latitude and above. So even though this is one of Jeep's lower price models, it still gets that rugged Jeep look all around, including this black grille, black fascia. I think it looks pretty good. But the biggest change for 2023 is under here. So gone is the wheezy, naturally aspirated 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine, which used to make anywhere between 177 and 180 horsepower and very little torque. Now it's got this turbocharged 2-liter engine pulled directly from the new Dodge Hornet. It has 200 horsepower, 221 foot-pounds of torque, and is driven through an excellent 8-speed transmission, which is one ratio less than the old one had, which was a 9-speed. 0 to 60, we did measure it earlier, it takes a shade under 8 seconds, which means it is almost a full 2 seconds quicker than before. And then the good news from a fuel economy front is it's around 2 miles per gallon more economical on fuel. So this one is more of a road model, although obviously because it has the all-wheel drive, it will go off-road, and as you can see, it's dirty, so we took it there. We'll show you that footage later on. It has these really nice black rims. This is part of the Altitude package, and it's wearing these really good Continental 225 55s all around. So base prices start around $32,295. This one's got a lot of packages, which include the Altitude package for $1,800. It includes 2-tone paint, a lot of piano black on the interior, and the only thing that I like in that package, these 18-inch wheels. It also has the driver assistance package. That includes park assist, obviously, and then the adaptive cruise control and the wireless charger. I need to check to see if the wireless charger can be ordered separately, because that's kind of annoying that it's bundled in with that package. Next up is the convenience group package, which adds another $2,000. It includes heated front seats. They're also 8-way powered. They also have lumbar support, and you also get a powered lift gate. And then finally, the Sun and Sound group, which is pretty obvious. It's an Alpine sound system, and it's a massive dual pane sunroof. $2,500. I would not take that. Add all those up together, and this particular car is $42,000, including destination. So the old model was a little fidgety on the road. So what Jeep's engineers have done is they've changed the spring rates on this car. They've added a rear stronger stabilizer bar and a better steering rack, and it works. In the back you get a pretty decent amount of space, 27 cubic feet here. If you fold these seats flat, you get around 60. You've got a small cubby right here and some 12-volt power. And then if you lift this up, because there is no spare, there's some additional storage space under the seat. Other thing I like about these is easy to reach power tailgate. So these seats are pretty comfortable. They're obviously vegan leather. The downside is they don't go back, so you're a little bit upright. Headroom is also quite limited. And then this here, the middle person really does get a short straw because it's not even like contoured. These two are contoured like individual seats. But anyway, you get plenty of power here, vents, and a 12-volt below. And then in the middle here, you get 2 decent cup holders. The quality of the materials is a huge improvement over the old car. So as I said, for the 2022 model, it got an upgraded interior. I had to wait for the 2023 model, which this one is, for the new powertrain. So the new interior is a massive improvement, as I said, over that old low rent scratchy plastic interior. The only spot where you do find some cheap flimsy materials is here in the center console, which is a bit of a miss, but everything else on the dash, it feels of decent quality. You no longer feel like you're in some nasty rental car. So the standard touchscreen is an 8.4 inch one. This one has the upgraded 10.1 inch one. I think it's worth it. It runs the Uconnect 5 system. It's pretty good. Still probably, in my opinion, one of the best. That has been a little bit buggy as of late. What I do like though is Jeep has continued with its physical buttons. So stop, start, traction control, your lane departure, hazard, and then some park assist right here. It's super easy to use. It's fast. You can go into here. The only downside is I wish there were separate controls for the heated seats. You got to go in here, hit the wheel, hit the seat, and then go back to front and play around with those. So for the most part, I think it's a really good system. So below there, you can control both your volume, mute, fan speeds, direction of flow, and all that good stuff from this whole HVAC section here. And below that is an excellent Wi-Fi charger, which I need to find out if you can get it as a separate item instead of bundled with that package that I really would not want. I love the fact that it has a real shifter. Thank you, Jeep. And then here's your parking brake. And then down here, you've got sand, mud, snow, and auto. And it's hard to see because of this horrible piano black. 2 decent-sized rubberized cup holders. And then this moves forward. Nice clear instrumentation in front of the driver. A nice tachometer right there. Heat and fuel. Miles per hour in the middle. Obviously you can change this, tire pressures, check all your different systems. Now I'm averaging about 22 miles to the gallon, which I'm kind of impressed with. I know the old one didn't do that well, and that's pretty impressive for this car, even though I know it'll do like 32 on the highway. All right, what's left? Let's go take it for a drive. We're gonna take it off-road as well. You'll see that little bit of video later on. So let's get cracking. There's no modes to choose. Obviously, we're just going to be in auto. So off we go. So the very first thing that you notice, even not going too fast, is how refined this little engine is. It doesn't make too much noise. And you can just hear the turbo a little bit in the background, but it's very refined. Noise, vibration, harshness. Done a really, really good job. Second piece of good news is it's pretty zippy. As I said, they've shaved around 2 seconds off the 0 to 60 time. It used to be about 9.7. It was painfully slow. This is really good. Number 3 thing that's also really good. The suspension modifications, the tweaking of the springs, the change in the steering rack, that stabilizer bar at the rear. This is a great handling little car. And it's got some pep to it. It really goes. It doesn't zoom off the line maybe as quick as I would like, but once that turbo's spooling, it goes. It's where the old one was unpleasant to drive, this one is very pleasant to drive. Because you have almost instant torque available. 220 foot-pounds of torque kicks in at around 1700 RPM. The old one had less torque than that, about 170 foot-pounds. Didn't kick in till over 3500 RPM. That's where you get the drivability factor comes in. But anyway, we're going to take this on some sort of slightly challenging roads, and then we'll take it off-road, and we'll let you know how we do. I want to know, how is it on regular roads in terms of smoothness so far? It's been really good. And then when we get off-road, we'll see how it does over rutted washboard surfaces. Now, because this isn't a Trailhawk, we're not going to do anything crazy here. It's got the more basic four-wheel drive system or all-wheel drive system. so we don't want to get this stuck. It's quite stubby at the rear though, which is helpful for off-road. It doesn't have a huge amount of clearance though, but it has enough. So on the point of that noise, vibration, harshness thing, it's very quiet inside, as in you don't hear too much wind noise from the mirrors. It's really quiet. It's quieter than the Cadillac CT4V that I just drove. That thing wasn't as quiet as the interior of this car. Now, I am very impressed with these improvements, I must say. For me though, you know, just changing a car's interior to make it less rental car-ish, but keeping the same wheezy engine, doesn't work for me. What I need is more performance, and this thing has performance. The old one, to pass somebody, I would have had to hang back, wind it up, grit my teeth, and hope. This one, no gritting teeth. The hope has been written out of that equation, and it handles well in the turns. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a hot hatch. This engine bodes really well for when we get a hold of the Hornet, which I believe has 275 horsepower and a more road type chassis and suspension. But so far in this little car, impressive. And the steering is damn good. I'm really happy with the steering. Of course, I'm also happy with the fact that it has Continentals on it, because they pretty much don't make a bad tire. And throttle response is really good. The brakes are really good. I mean, it's brought this car kind of where it should have been in the first place. They should really have produced an absolute nail of a car like the old one was. That was a terrible engine. It was never a good idea. All right, so we've hit a dirt road here. We're not going to really take this on any tough stuff. There's a couple of really rocky stretches that we normally take off-road cars on, but this just doesn't have the clearance for that. So we're just going to sort of take it easy and give it a small hill at the end of this dirt road and see how it does. Very, very smooth on this section though. Some of this is quite washboardy, you can hear it, but I'm very comfortable. It's really gliding over here quite nicely. This little Jeep's really chuckable. Bumpy terrain. Now a lot of this section here got torn up with the flooding, so let's see how we do here. There's some rocks. It's a really big rock. I'm going to avoid that. And the other one. All right. And we do have some water here. Look at that. All right, so we're going to test this on this not too difficult hill. We've tested a couple of others, including the cross track. Today's not the day to go nuts with this vehicle. It doesn't have skid plates. It's not the Trailhawk edition, so let's go for this little hill, see how it does. All right, take it slow. Take it slow. Stay straight. Yeah, a little bit more gas. Keep coming. Okay. Keep coming. Hold there a minute. Let's just check the back and see if the back's all right. All right, we're looking pretty good for clearance. Keep going. Yeah, you're good. I guess that rear wheel doesn't like it. Take that lock off. Try again. It's got spinning wheel here. Doesn't like it. It's kind of a fail. Is that lock on?
Not anymore. You had me turn it off.
Put it back on again and take a run up. Come back a little further.
Alright, it's back on.
Alright, come back a little further. Keep coming. Keep going. Keep coming back. Keep going. You're alright. Keep going. Alright, stop there. Alright, give it some gas now and see what happens. Yay! We made it. So it really didn't want to do that, but finally we got, with a bit of a run up, we got it over there. You're all right, take it slow. A little bit that way. Straighten up a little bit, just slightly. Okay. That's good. Keep coming. Come on, you good? You're good. Keep coming. It's gonna hit this big rock here pretty soon, but keep coming real slow. Turn your wheels that way a little bit. Okay. Lifts up the front, okay. All right, you're on the rock now. Slow. Gonna drop off it in a second, but you're good. You're good. Turn the wheels that way a little. Okay, keep coming. Keep coming, yeah, you're well clear. Yeah, there's more of a danger at the front than there is at the back. So we just realized we had it in auto mode instead of sand and mud, so we're gonna give it another go in sand and mud mode. Second test, see if it makes any difference. Yeah, you're good. Little gas. Well, that seemed a little bit easier, but we did attack it at a slightly higher speed. All right, well, what do we think? Well, I really like the Compass. Before, I didn't think much of it at all. I last tested one, I think it was a Trailhawk version, and it was really fun off-road, but it was a chore on-road. They fixed that. You know, that was back in like 2019, I think. Now we're in 2023, and Jeep has got this car where it needs to be. Can they make improvements? Absolutely. Some of the interior pieces are still a little hard and scratchy, but for the most part, it's definitely on a par with its competitors. What makes the big difference is this 2023 powertrain. This 2.0 turbo is a really sweet little engine, and I'm really glad that they finally decided to put it into this car. I wonder if they'll put it in the Renegade. I don't know. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time with another video. Out.